Many thanks for joining us. I am Ansmane Sonyasi and this is QTV Midday News coming to you live from our studios along Caraba Avenue. Thanks for joining us. And here are the main news headlines. President Barrow on Tuesday wrapped up his campaign in URR and hailed the people of Woodley and Sandu for standing by his government since 2016. The Vice President, Dr. Aissatou Touré, on Wednesday laid the foundation stones for the expansion of the Batil-Harding Highway and the Banjul International Airport VVIP Lounge alongside the inauguration of the rehabilitated Banjul International Airport Terminal. Following the shortage of gas oil at majority of the petrol stations across the country, the Ministry of Petroleum, the Ministry of Trade and GAM Petroleum on Wednesday briefed the media on the matter. And Papa Fall, a grandchild of former President Jawara and one of the independent candidates disqualified by the IEC, has become another runner to endorse President Barrow for the December presidential elections. Stay tuned as we bring you more on these and other stories. And now we take a look at the news in detail. President Barrow on Tuesday wrapped up his campaign in the Upper River region with 3 well-attended campaign rallies in Woodley and Sandu, where he hailed the people of Woodley and Sandu for standing by his government since 2016 to realize the numerous developments in his first term. Alusisi reports.
On Tuesday, at 3 rallies at Bajakunda in Woodley East, Sarengai in Woodley West, and Kuanku in Sandu, President Adama Barrow acknowledged the people of Woodley and Sandu for their key role in his historic election victory in 2016. He recalled that the people of the area would stay awake till the late hours of the night to receive his campaign team. He is grateful that since then, the people of the area have not turned their back on him, as they continue to show support and commitment to his development agenda since 2016. He promised not to dash their hopes as he renewed his love and concern for the welfare of the people, who choose him out of 2 million people to steer the affairs of the country. He expressed gratitude to Allah for guiding him and making his aspirations for the country achievable. He said his government will continue to work with development partners to implement more projects to make every Gambian proud of this country. The Gambian leader used the meetings to thank all the parties and independent candidates who have chosen to join him in the interest of the country. He described their move as a patriotic one. For President Barrow, the people of Woodley are politically aware to be deceived by the oppositions, and he is confident of victory in Woodley.
Si afirani politique sa ari do be pindinamma mimi do andi dum ko do mi hulari do mi do andi wonde ko min ganyato do kono mi walla golle de mbammi do de golle de ko tekkere donga ngal arani tawon.
The local people took to the podium to express appreciation to the president for his development-oriented politics. They said the developments in the area is evident. Speaking Mandinka, Junduba Jabi, a youth from Woodley Taibatu, calls on the people of Woodley, particularly the young people, to rally behind the president. Jabi said the president is already doing what the oppositions are promising to do if elected.
Simen fono banko mole alimbe kafu nyoma ngata Adama Barrow mbena kila woni ngake wote kilinde mo monni na moti mbe nkela wona kita imanke kilinde ni hamoni memu ninga carte diala mbe kulajila mengalongo ay mentambita komando men siadoti.
At all the meetings, over 100 people claiming to be UDP and GDC supporters announced they have joined the NPP party. Ali Sow, chairman of GDC in Sarengai ward, who led the GDC supporters, said he is now 100% NPP.
Ngento Barrow ngata MPP Barrow ton jammen woni na kayro be jede ton gede men fongoni na ko bebe jede.
Dusano, president's political advisor, while welcoming them, urged them to feel at home and give their full support to the NPP.
Melnata kakafu NPP la UDP GDC mbaitan le la kafuko NPP mu korda ba kilinati together with the alliance partners ino mbemu korda ba kilinati ba kilim fa kiliyale bije ka kafu nyoma doron ka hammo soto nyin kamala kaje ko ka banko doko amanke ko ka kafu nan walla ka kafu nan ka ke fenti mu ya lonko e kunkono hajo dambang bare banko la hajo patiola hajo wala mu kote mu ya lonko sulata momon ni melbe kafula nan doron ye banko nyin soto at heart ye gambianol soto at heart.
Basiru Ndaw, a supporter of NPP from Banjul, is equally confident of 100% win on December 4th, as he urged Gambians to cast their votes for the NPP.
So we're looking forward for the president to get another mandate to develop the country.
President Barrow is being challenged by 5 other opposition candidates. Reporting for QTV News from Basi in the Upper River region, I am Alu Sise.
The Vice President Dr. Aissatou Toure on Wednesday laid the foundation stones for the expansion of the Battle Harding Highway and the VVIP lounge alongside at the Banjul International Airport and the inauguration of the airport's rehabilitated terminal. Mohamed Lamin Choi has more.
On behalf of the Minister of Works, Mamboure Njie, the Finance Minister outlines the socio-economic impacts of the project as part of President Barrow's development drive to address development challenges facing Gambians to boost commerce and improve the urban outlook of the country. The VVIP Presidential Lounge and the rehabilitated airport terminal will improve the Gambia's regional competitiveness in travel and tourism, and the expansion of the Battle Harding Highway to improve traffic circulation across the Greater Banjul area. The Saudi Fund for Development, a major development financing partner of the projects, is funding the OIC 50-kilometer routes and the VVIP Presidential Lounge. Its CEO, Sultan Al Marshad, gives a reassurance of the SFD's continued support to the Gambia to achieve its sustainable development aspirations and economic growth.
This project will increase airport operational capacity by 43%, and it will also enhance trade, support economic growth, and improve living standard for more than 2 million people.
The regional director of the Islamic Development Bank, Musa Hassila, a Gambian and a former trade minister, recounts the Islamic Development Bank's historical record in development projects in the Gambia and says it will continue to support the development efforts of the government in line with its national development plan.
Therefore, has demonstrated willingness to support the government of the Gambia in the development of the road network.
The Director of Operations of the Kuwaiti Fund for Arabic Economic Development, Al-Walid Al-Bahar, highlights the significance of the infrastructure projects in socio-economic development of the country, particularly the transport sector. The Kuwaiti Fund is among the development partners of the Gambia.
Government has demonstrated a high degree of efficiency in the planning and implementation of development projects in the Republic of Gambia, and we take this opportunity to assure you of Kuwait Fund continuous support in your effort for the development of your friendly country.
The CEO of the OIC Gambia Secretariat, Yankoba Diba, thanks the development partners for their contribution to the OIC key priority projects. With development partners' continued support, the CEO is confident that these projects will be completed in a timely fashion and host the OIC summit in a manner every Gambian can be proud of. On behalf of President Barrow, the Vice President lays the foundation stones of the expansion of the Battle Harding Highway and the VVIP Presidential Lounge. As with the other speakers, the Vice President underscores the significance of the OIC infrastructure projects in improving access to social services such as hospitals, schools and commercial centers in urban Gambia.
Therefore, there is no doubt that numerous economic and social benefits will be derived from this project for the country at large.
The Vice President and the delegation of development partners and senior government officials then proceeded to the Banjul International Airport for the foundation stone laying of the VVIP Lounge and the inauguration of the rehabilitated airport terminal. The event concluded with the Vice President and the Saudi Fund for Development departing for site visits to the OIC's 50-kilometer urban roads. Mohamed Lamin Choi, QTV News.
Now, following the shortage of gas oil at majority of the petrol stations across the country, which resulted in adverse economic and social impacts nationwide, the Ministry of Petroleum, the Ministry of Trade and GAM Petroleum on Wednesday briefed the media on the matter. Omar Pejalo has the rest of that story.
The press conference was called to address the shortage of vehicle fuel over the week ending 31st October. The Minister for Trade, Sidi Keita, informed the media that there should not have been a shortage based on the amount of gas oil indicated by the stock balance.
In contrast to the reports of petroleum for that week, 20th of October 2021, indicating the stock balance of 6,711,514 metric tons, which would have lasted 8 days for the national demand.
Minister Keita further explained the steps taken to verify the level of stocks.
The compilations of the responses received indicated that 9,643 metric tons of PMS, or otherwise called petrol, 16,543 metric tons of diesel, 3,445 metric tons of jet fuel, 17,793 metric tons of HFO belong to international traders, and 1,111 metric tons of PMS, 3,711 metric tons of diesel, and 684 metric tons of jet fuel belong to the local OMCs.
The timing of the crisis prompted President Barrow to set up a task force.
To review the matter, I recommend courses of action to redress the matter in its entirety. The task force began work immediately with the major oil marketing companies, namely OMCs, to find solutions to restore supply in order to ensure fuel availability.
The intervention of the task force, the Trade Minister revealed, led to devise ways to address the fuel shortage.
This involved the lifting of fuel from Senegal to the Gambia overland in order to address the fuel shortage. In this regard, we extend our gratitude to the presidents of the two countries and the customs authorities thereof, who assisted in expeditiously dispatching the oil tankers.
As a result of all that has happened, Minister Keita said a major investigation has been launched and explained the remit and scope of the investigation and what the next steps will be.
GAM Petroleum Management have not provided any credible documentary evidence to explain the shortage. And as a result, this prompted a visit to the depot in order to review the information in their IT systems and understand better the situation. It was found that the software acquired to manage the depot operation is not being used, and rather the depot operations were maintained on Excel file. Also, management did not have a single account for each trader or OMC, but transactions were maintained in Excel sheets according to vessels that deliver the fuel stock.
QTV will continue to monitor this story and will update the public as and when we can. Reporting for QTV News, I am Amar P. Jallo.
And from the report by Amar P. Jallo, we'll take a short commercial break, but we will be right back. Don't go away.
Looking for the fastest and easiest way to receive money transfers from abroad? Well, QMoney and RIA just made it happen. Now you can receive international money transfer from RIA directly into your QMoney account with no additional cost. Once you receive an SMS alert about your transfer, walk into any QMoney agent across the country to receive your payment for free, or use the money immediately to buy credit, QPower, and other QMoney services. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For more info, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sunu Kalpe. Terms and
Welcome back from the short commercial break. Be reminded you're following QTV Midday News coming to you live from our studios along Kairaba Avenue. Now, Papa Fall, a grandchild of former President Sadauda Kairaba Jawara and one of the independent candidates disqualified by the IEC, has become another to endorse President Barrow for the December presidential election. Fall, a former U.S. soldier, met President Barrow on Wednesday at Mankamonkunda. QTV's Alucise spoke to both Fall and Sidin Jai, who is the National People's Party deputy spokesperson.
It is an honor to be here and to meet with the president. As you all have known, we have put in our application for nomination, and we were not successful. And we took a few days with our executive to to debate where we are going, we are supposed to go. It was unanimous that we have to come and support the president. I have consulted with our elders also, including my grandmother, whom is very, very close to the president, and it is important that we come and support him for national development. And the other thing is the respect and honor that he has given to my grandfather, Sadauda Jawara, and that is enough for us to support him.
It's an honor, not only for His Excellency the President, but for the National People's Party. The President and the National People's Party indicated to Papa Fall and all others that as a party we are interested in uniting every Gambian behind President Barrow, because President Barrow's ardent desire is for national unity, cohesion and reconciliation, without which there cannot be sustained and meaningful peace and stability. In the absence of peace, you can't have development. So he is honored and he welcomed him, and we want to tell Papa Fall and his team, let them feel at home. For us at NPP, we have an all-inclusive, we are an all-inclusive political party.
And Sidin Jai there talking to my colleague Aliou Cisse. Now, following the launching of a $1 million challenge fund for women entrepreneurs, the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, with support from the International Trade Center on Wednesday, held an award ceremony for the winners. Abibatu Cisse reports.
The Challenge Fund for Women Entrepreneurs seeks to support and accelerate early grassroots solutions to address the challenges in accessing markets, transportation and distribution of produce, agro-processing and storage facilities, as well as promoting climate-smart ventures. The application was open to women entrepreneurs from all regions of the country, with a focus on rural women entrepreneurs. Umi Cisse, a GCCI board member, says despite the immense participation of women in socio-economic development, they continue to face numerous challenges. The fund, she added, is meant to promote sustainable and responsive businesses, creating an enabling environment and access to finance.
With the substantial increase in the number of startups and entrepreneurs that we've witnessed in the last decade or more, it is imperative that these businesses and associations are supported to scale up their ventures, especially when a significant portion of these businesses are youth and women-led.
Fatou Mbenga Jallo, the Youth Empowerment Project Coordinator and Senior Technical Advisor at the International Trade Center, emphasized the ITC's commitment to empowering women by supporting their businesses.
The GCCI is one of our key partners when it comes to the work of the ITC in the Gambia, and our cooperation covers many areas which has grown from year to year. We have worked together on training, on coaching, business linkages, trade fairs, and again, let me say also more recently when it comes to supporting women in having a greater, participation when it comes to public procurement.
The EU ambassador to the Gambia, Corrado Pampaloni, highlights the importance of the initiative, adding that the EU is committed to supporting the Gambia.
The Challenge Fund looks at solutions that foster and accelerate sustainable growth. Women and girls are disproportionately impacted by environmental degradation and climate change. This initiative prioritizes avenues and solutions that spur green growth.
478 entrepreneurs applied for the fund, out of which 3 entrepreneurs with the best business innovative solutions were selected. Marie-Madeleine Mendy, the founder of Deka Choka Enterprise, one of the winners of the award, was handed a check for $400,000. She explains her plans.
When you look at production without processing, there will be a big gap because we don't have cold stores where we can store this produce, and agricultural produce are mostly perishable. So this will serve us a chance to provide processing services, provide skills, provide a ready market for rural women. So I'm just excited and happy.
2 other winners were handed checks of $300,000 each. GCCI provides essential business opportunities and services, creating a conducive business environment for its members. For QTV News, I am Abibatu Cisse.
Inco Gambia, a renowned industrial power tools and hardware shop in partnership with Hydra Foam Manufacturing Limited, on Wednesday opened a new showroom at Churchillstown near the fire station. Ajibindu Drama reports.
The newly opened shop in Churchillstown is among 12 shops Inco operates at various locations across the country, including in Basse, Bansang, Jarosoma, Birkama, Yundum, Jabang, Sukuta Junction, Jimpex, amongst others. The world-renowned brand expanded their business from Senegal to the Gambia in 2017, provides industrial power tools and accessories, hand tools, hardware and safety products designed to make life easier for artisans in various construction, building and manufacturing fields. Dauda Wage, the general manager of Inco Gambia, explains.
Bagage quality la. Secondly, like showroom yu melni, they promote youth employment. Parce que bo xolé tay ni fi ni almost amna 7 people yo xamantene ñu ngi fi liggéey.
We have quality products and these kind of showrooms promote youth employment. The showroom we are inaugurating here have at least 7 employees. Before employing them, we train them for 4 months on IT, electronical gadgets, and how to use these materials.
Dauda Wage shares word of advice.
Di ñaax ñep ay xalé lañ soxlawul jël gaal dem back way mën nañ fi tok liggéey am fi dara.
We all are youths. It is not necessary to take the back way. We can possibly work in the Gambia and be successful. I advise the youths to learn first and have skills, which can get them jobs. Let them refrain from taking the back way.
Amadou Njai, an employee at Hydra Foam Manufacturing Limited, urged youths not to take the back way, but try to make it here like he has doors.
I was a teacher. I taught for 7 good years. But looking at it, I know that yes, only one side of it cannot make it. So I decided to expand myself into another thing. We as a company, as Hydra Foam Manufacturing, led by the CEO, Suleiman Hydra, happened to have a joint business with Inco, Kalilu Wage. Today is an important day for us. Yes, we came here today to inaugurate a new branch in Churchillstown. What is more important about Inco here is all prices are the same in any location you go in the Gambia. So we as a company, we deal with building materials, we deal with foam, mattresses, we deal with money transfers, we deal with electronics. We decided to extend this because we are employing a lot of Gambians every day.
Ismaila Jalo, Inco Churchillstown showroom manager, had this to say.
This branch is very important here because from Jimpex to here there is no Inco shop on the highway. Only we have it here on Sukuta. And before you go into Jimpex or go into Sukuta, you can just come here and buy materials.
Inco will also inaugurate a new branch at Senegambia on November 20th. Ajibintu Drame, QTV News.
And before we end this bulletin, here's a recap from main headlines. President Barrow on Tuesday wrapped up his campaign in URR and hailed the people of Wuli and Sandu for standing by his government since 2016. The Vice President Dr. Aissatou Touré on Wednesday laid the foundation stones for the expansion of the Battle Harding Highway and the Banjul International Airport VVIP Lounge alongside the inauguration of the rehabilitated Banjul International Airport Terminal. Following the shortage of gas oil at majority of the petrol stations across the country, the Ministry of Petroleum, the Ministry of Trade and Gum Petroleum on Wednesday briefed the media on the matter. And Papa Fall, a grandchild of former President Jawara and one of the independent candidates disqualified by the IEC, has become another to endorse President Barrow for the December presidential elections. Do join us in the evening for more news. Bye for now.